Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video here on my channel. And in today's video we will take a look at a few bases again. And also this video right here is pre-recorded because by the time that this video will drop I will be on vacation. This means that I don't really have time to record the videos and stuff. So in worst case I just have to upload normal Legendsleague attacks. With that being said, I would say let's dive right into the video. And if you're new to the channel, I would really appreciate if you like and subscribe. And if you have any good ideas that you maybe want to see in the future on this channel, please let me know down in the comments below. And now have fun with the video. Alright, so this one right here is the first base, and probably a lot of people are kind of familiar with this style right here in the middle with the town hall, with this rage tower compartment right here. And I feel like a lot of people are struggling on this base with Zap Lalo. I even have one friend who run this base and he got attacked by stars. And stars actually failed this exact base with Zap Lalo, or maybe a little different one. But I just know that it's very hard for Zaplalo because there is nothing that you can zui that much. You only basically have a good zap, but the heroes are just have to get some good value, some good pathing, and it doesn't really matter where you are going in. There is always not the best value, and you kinda always don't really get good value because of this part here on the back end. It's just very hard to lolo through something like here. But here on this specific base, what I have seen, if we do this zap right here, which is probably normal on the most bases, I saw that if I play my queen into this compartment right here on the top side, she can actually reach the scatter shot from here and she will get the enemy queen. So that's good value for her, and the king we will send somewhere nearby. So if we split the heroes, you always try to send him right next to her, and this means this compartment right here would be the option for the king. And we will see in the attack, I got actually a little bit lucky with the king, because he fought off the enemy king and destroyed these walls right here. This meant that he could walk inside, and he actually got this multi in the middle as well. But if he didn't get this multi, I could have just sent my royal champion for the Inferno Tower. It wouldn't make a big difference, but you take what you get. So obviously that's good value. And now, as you can see, we fun a little bit, just because we don't want that the king walking on us. And something very important to say is I get a lot of replays where people are sending in 7 zap spells here on these few buildings, but on these 3 buildings right here, but actually you only need 6. And as you can see, I just used the last zap to destroy some skeletons, and this can just help sometimes, because it just takes so long for a king to get through ground skeletons or a royal champion or something like that, and it's definitely better used there than just wasted on these 3 buildings right here. Right here I froze because I want to keep the ability from the queen, but sadly I had to burn it because of the headhunters right here. But my plan was it to pop it on the scatter shot right here so that she can power through the wall as well. Kinda didn't work, but we still got the value with the queen, and that's fine. Meanwhile, we start with the Lalo from the bottom side. And what we wanted to do is the royal champion from the left side, because we want her to go afterwards to the top side multi-arch tower, and get those buildings done. While the Lalo basically should ignore those buildings here on top and should follow, let me do it in a different color, should follow the bottom. And this not only makes that they will ignore the town hall, but also makes that they can beautifully go around everything, because the monolith is not that good against the Lalo. And that's why it doesn't really matter if you will get to the monolith now or later. And that we get this beautiful bow right here. We will start with a small Lalo from this side here, right, as well, just to press in all of the loons so they don't split. And by that we get a beautiful shave through the eagle. And the eagle is definitely a better building if it comes down to the Lalo than the monolith, so you want to get the eagle out of the way earlier than the monolith. And as you can see, it worked perfectly right here. We still have a lot of loons alive, the royal champion, the queen, and with that it's a good overkill. But I would say let's take a look at a different base, so let's head right into it. Alright, so this one right here, we have here a double invisibility tower ring base. And so from what I have heard is that a lot of people are struggling on bases like this, so I would say that's just why we should break it into it. Here once again you have an invisibility tower compartment with very good value, and most of the people would do the mistake right here and go for the X-bow, the ricochet cannon, and the multi-inferno tower, and the invisibility tower of course, just because it's better value, right? But this ricochet cannon and this X-bow doesn't really hurt your Lalo in the backhand, so why do you go for it? And if I take a look at the base, the Sui would get more value here on the bottom side either. So here on the top side you only have a multi right here, and you have the monolith, and the monolith would deal a lot of damage to your heroes or to your king and queen. Meanwhile you have the eagle on the bottom side, and basically no damage. And if you are lucky and they go through the wall right here, they can reach both of the scatter shots, and this is not just way better value, but also less damage. So that's why I just prefer to go inside here from the bottom. And if you do this X-bow and this ricochet can basically stand as long as they want, because they don't really do something. And that's why I just went for the Inferno Tower, the multi-arch tower, and the wizard, with just 6 zap spells here once again. Definitely try to keep this in mind. And what my mistake was right here, you will see right in a second. We will start with the queen from the bottom, and I have to admit that this is maybe a mistake. We should have probably started with the king into here and the queen on the outside right here, because as you can see the ground ball is locking onto my queen right now, and just doing some damage, right? And if the ground ball is on the king, it's just way less damage. And I think I even had to pop the ability very early of the queen, which is not the best, right? Yeah, we popped the ability right now. And this was kind of a little bit a waste of ability, because if it just have sent it in the king, we could have saved that. But now, like I said, what my goal is I want to break my heroes, that they go through this wall and get both of the scatters. And for this, I funnel with my royal champion this compartment out of the way. So after this compartment is gone right here, they have no other choice than to go into the core. And in the core you get the best value with both of the scatter shots. And that's just the plan for this Royal Champion. And also very important to note is you will see what I do right here with this invisibility tower. As soon as this bomb tower goes down, we'll pop the Royal Champion and freeze the invisibility tower, because as you can see, until the invisibility tower pops, we had every important building down. This Expo and this ricochet cannon will deal nothing to our Lalo, even if they are invisible. So that's why I just froze once right here, just to get out these important buildings. And you can see some loons will always go back and get those, and if there are no buildings that targeting air, it's just easier for you. And as you can see now, the king and the queen is in the core. The blimp takes out the town hall, and the rest of the loons can just swarm the back end. And with that, this base is also clutch right here. But I would say let's take a look at one more base for this video. So let's dive right into it. Alright, so this one right here will be the last base for today. Such stacked up bases are getting very popular at the moment. There are not just this one, there are a lot of different ones which are just all stacked up together, which makes them look very small, but I don't know if it's working, but they should prevent root riders. But like I said, I'm not an expert if it comes down to root riders. But this base right here is actually very good for you, because there are not many different Zap positions, but there is one which gives you very good value. And this one right here with this multi ricochet cannon and Expo is a lot of value, because after that you can see that here is a lot of value with the scatter shot, there's multi-archer tower and so on, but there is nothing that can deal damage to a flame flinger, for example. So with that Expo being gone, you just need to tank for this mortar right here, and you can get the multi-archer tower, you can get the scatter shot, and the flame flinger will maybe move forward and even maybe get this poison tower here out of the way if you're lucky. Just a bunch of options. And usually if you play a flame flinger, you will start with the flame flinger before you do the zaps. However, right here the Expo is very far to the outside, so I would recommend you to first do the zaps and after start with the flame flinger, just because you don't want the flame flinger to lock onto or get locked by the Expo. So that's why just do the zap first. And someone actually wrote me about Discord and asking again about the zaps. You have right here, you have 1, 2, 3 tiles, and you have 1, 2, 3 tiles right here. So here is again 3 by 3. Or let me choose a different color. You have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 3 out of 3 here again. And in my Zap tutorial or just lightning guide, I said that 3 on 3 is not possible. But here in this case, it is not 3 on 3. This is just for if buildings, the building that are the further away are 3 by 3. So for example, if I take this ricochet cannon right here with this scatter shot, for example, maybe it's a bad example, but I hope you can see what I mean. You have these 2 buildings that are the farthest away. And here in this case, the multi is actually the same range as it is to the expo. So this one right here is exactly the same, and they are not the furthest away building, not the building that is the furthest away, and then it's actually possible. I hope you can a little bit understand what I mean. So that's why this zap is actually possible. And it is just if it's like 1, 2, and 3, and from here on 1, 2, and 3. So if it's like this, then it's not possible. But as you can see, from this building, there is just 2 downwards, and that's why it is possible. I hope you could understand it a little bit. If you didn't, you can ask again in the comments below. I can always respond, or you can also ask me on Discord. Anyways, if you have any questions or something, you can always ask on Discord. My username is in the description below. You can just ask. I try to respond to everyone. So yeah, but right now, what my plan is that we get actually the king to the monolith. That was my biggest goal, because I wanted to have this one right here as my eye shave right here, and for this I would have to funnel with my Royal Champion from here, right? But if the monolith would still stand, it would deal a lot of damage to my Royal Champion, and that's not what you want. And also you want that the Royal Champion will join the Lalo afterwards. But if the monolith is there, she will go to the monolith, and after that, who knows where she will go. So that's why I just wanted to have the monolith. But as you can see, I'm kind of struggling right here with these ice golems. And as far as I remember, I think I didn't got the monolith. Yeah, the monolith's now on my queen, which means she will die. So that's not the ideal spot that you want to be in. But luckily, this L shave right here, or I shave, is a very good one. And as you can see, the loons will go very good through it. We'll pop the Royal Champion ability now. And even with the sweeper right here, it doesn't really annoy you. And always, if you will have to go back to something, so it means these loons will always go back right here. You want to start with a small Lalo from the corner. Always from here a small Lalo. You can also add from here and from here some loons. Just to get those loons that are on the outside back to the inside again. And that's basically the idea why you will send in some loons from this side right here. As you can see, these loons went straight into the middle. But yeah, this base right here has a very good path to show this, and I hope you could I hope you could learn something from this. If you did, I would really appreciate if you like and subscribe. And if you have any ideas that I can maybe try in the future, always let me know down in the comments below as well. But with that replay, I would say that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and now peace out.